Ukrainian fighters in eastern part of the front line have captured a Russian assault group composed of various ethnic groups. The video shared in social media shows interrogation of captured Russian soldiers. What is peculiar about the captured soldiers is that all of them are non-Slavic minorities. Among the captured soldiers are an Armenian, a Buryat from Russia's Far East Buryatia Republic, Nenets, from far north of Russia, Yakut and Tajik. The Ukrainian soldier interrogating the captives expressed his indignation over the fact among the hostages there is not a single Russian. "I guess there are no Russians left," the Ukrainian fighter said sarcastically. Russia's ethnic minorities have been suffering large-scale fatalities in Moscow's war of invasion in Ukraine. Russia's minorities and indigenous peoples are largely overrepresented among the casualties in the nearly 4 years of war. Outsized losses among non-Slavic minorities have raised concerns that these groups of people are used as cannon fodder to capture Ukrainian lands.
Национальность?
Армянин.
Ты?
Бурят.
Ты?
Ненец.
Немец?
Ненец.
Понял. Ты?
Якут.
Голову подними. Ты?
Таджик.
Твоя национальность?
Якут.
Ну так вот. А русские, я так понял, закончились уже. Уже самое, уже россиян чистокровных, чистых россиян воюют, всех подряд загоняют на всю войну. Вот тупо на убой.
A Russian soldier armed with a hand grenade has taken hostages in a store, demanding that he is taken to the prosecutor's office. In a video address shared on social media platforms, the private named Konstantinov Sergei said he had fled the front line to avoid being killed by his commander after refusing to obey his orders. The soldier, who belongs to the 60th Separate Motorized Brigade's 9th Company, 3rd Battalion, said he refused to carry out the order because his entire company had been killed and he himself was wounded. "My commander threatened to tie me to a tree overnight so that drones would kill me, or to shoot me, since I refused to carry out a combat mission while being wounded," the soldier explained. The serviceman stated that he had no choice, as his life was in danger. He took hostages and demanded to be handed over to the military prosecutor's office. "My entire company died, they died stupidly and senselessly. Right now I am in a store with hostages. I have a live F1 grenade in my hand with the pin removed. I just want to be taken to the prosecutor's office. I will surrender there," the private went on saying. There have been no reports about the incident in Russian media yet. It should be noted that since the start of Kremlin's full-fledged invasion of Ukraine in February 2022, Russian soldiers have reported mistreatment by commanders and dire conditions within the army. A large number of videos have circulated in social media platforms showing Russian servicemen protesting against their commanders and complaining that they are being used merely as cannon fodders in Russia's invasion of Ukrainian territories.
Я Константинов Сергей Сергеевич, рядовой 60-й отдельной мотострелковой бригады 9-й роты 3-го батальона. Меня вынудили уйти с передовой раненому, уйти самому пешком, потому что мой командир обещал меня привязать к дереву на ночь, чтобы меня убили птицы, либо застрелить меня, так как я отказывался выполнять боевую задачу раненый. Вся моя рота погибли. Погибли тупо и по бессмысленно. Сейчас я нахожусь в магазине с заложниками. У меня в руках боевая граната F1 без чеки. Я просто хочу, чтобы меня вывезли в прокуратуру. В прокуратуре я сдамся.
Russia reportedly is intensifying efforts to develop new countermeasures to protect its helicopters from FPV drones, which Ukrainian forces increasingly use to threaten low-altitude aircraft, Militani reported. In one revealing admission, the Russian helicopter manufacturer Russian Helicopters acknowledged that some of its rotorcraft have been damaged or destroyed by FPV drones and announced ongoing efforts to devise protective upgrades. At the 2024 Army 2024 Forum held in Russia, a company representative already conceded, "We did not anticipate the widespread use of such drones when the war began. Our company is currently working on solutions to address this type of threat." Although official data remains scarce, Security and Defense notes that only a mix of methods offers practical protection. Physical mesh or cage systems, similar to the anti-drone mesh or cope cages used on ground vehicles to trigger premature detonation or deformation of incoming munitions. These metal lattices are already widely documented in the Russo-Ukrainian war context to protect armored vehicles from drone strikes. Electronic warfare. Because FPV drones rely on radio links, disrupting or deception of control signals is a classic counter-UAS technique. The general field of C-UAS or counter-unmanned aircraft systems encompasses methods like jamming, signal suppression, and spoofing. Laser or directed energy systems. In mid-2025, Russia announced successful large-scale tests of new laser-based defenses against drones, describing the systems as promising and aiming to fold them into a universal air defense architecture, layered or hybrid protection. Given the limitations of any single method, a layered architecture, combining physical, electronic, and kinetic defenses, is more likely. In the broader strategic frame, the Ukrainian side is also rapidly evolving its drone warfare capabilities. Russia is attempting to replicate or adapt some innovations first fielded by Ukraine, as noted in analysis of Russian force adaptation. Meanwhile, Ukraine is forming new helicopter units tasked with intercepting drones as part of its air defense strategy. Earlier, it was reported that Russia has unveiled new interceptor drones, including the Skvorets PVO and Kinzhal models, at the Archipelago 2025 forum. Designs said to mirror some used in Ukraine's defense systems. Another system on display was the Bolt Interceptor, part of a broader counter-UAV complex. The complex includes radar-based target detection, with targeting data provided either manually by an operator or from air defense radar systems. In addition to aerial interceptors, CBST introduced the Krestnik M, designed to target moving maritime objects. The drone can be launched from land, sea, or air platforms, featuring a V-tail design and straight wings that deploy after launch or release. The exhibition also included the OVOD PVO multi-role quadcopter type interceptor, intended for capturing and destroying hostile UAVs. It can be equipped with either a kinetic payload or an integrated system for initiating an explosive charge.